Hi guys, today I'm sharing on our value of wholeness. We have 4 values: being Christ-centered, being a transformative community, being an incarnational presence, and wholeness. So Christ-centeredness, hopefully, Christ at the center. The journey is a Christ-centered community. It's his presence, his life, his death, his resurrection that holds us together. It is the center. We lose that, the journey is not what it is. It's a journey of faith and belonging in relationship with Christ. Then we're a transformative community. That means we are transformed, we're changed from where we are to where God's calling us to be and what to do through relationships. So it's not just education or just doing a test and putting our words down to pass an exam. Most of our education systems like that. And that is connected to lots of other things in life, that we basically do the right thing to get the jobs. But this is not the way of Jesus. The way of Jesus in forming you and being a disciple of Christ is through relationships. And that's far messier, that's far more complex. But that is the way we grow and disciple and learn as the journey. It's through being attentive to the relationships, the conversations, that people are different and think differently to you, that we start to move towards what God is saying to us and how we're created and what we can be together. So we're a transformative community. We're an incarnational presence. So the way the mission of God is worked out is through the incarnation. It's God, triune, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, deciding to become one with creation, to become human in Jesus Christ. And that the incarnation doesn't end when Jesus goes back to heaven, ascending back to heaven after his resurrection. He is always the incarnation. He still has a physical body. There's no kind of he turns into a ghost when he goes to heaven. No, he has a physical body, and it's in a mysterious way we're caught up in his resurrection body. Our bodies will deteriorate, we will die, but we will have resurrected bodies. So the incarnation is saying our mission, the way we see the gospel of the kingdom worked out, is through our bodies. It's through an embodied faith. It's our lives together, and it's our message through what we do, the decisions we make as a community, as neighborhoods, as family, with our finances. All of it is how we embody our faith. The medium is the messages. That is the message, how we live ourselves. That Jesus Christ is alive, and you can see it in how we are living and loving and working towards justice in the world. That is how the journey works out. Our mission and the gospel advancing through an incarnational presence in our neighborhoods, in our workplace, in our family, in our economic systems. All of it. There's nothing that God doesn't want to get into in your life and transform to become more glorious to the world. And then finally, wholeness, one of my favorite values. Why? Because I feel it's a value that is underappreciated in the church. And I can say that because I see so many leaders, so many scandals being rooted in a kind of dualistic faith. Spirit, body. Spirit good, body bad. Spirit, the real thing. Heaven, the real thing. Physical life, relationships, conversations, our bodies, our neurotransmitters in our brain. All of that is below or not real. And that's Platonic thinking, that's ancient thinking, Greek thinking, very dualistic, very deeply rooted in all of us. And it's something that God, in his grace and love, is looking to transform in us. And there are signs that is always ongoing in the journey. I'm encouraged when I see and hear stories of people connecting the dots in their life, becoming more whole, rejecting the compartmentalizing and categorizing of life that we're obsessed with, and becoming more at peace and more connected with ourselves, with our humanity, with our emotions, with our grief, with our pain, with our joy, with the awkwardness of life. All of that is healthy. That is wholeness. That is a value for us as the journey. We want to keep valuing that as we eat together, as we encourage that in our own homes, that we eat together around the table. Our children are fundamentally, primarily discipled around our table. We eat together regularly. We take time to prepare food. We shape our lives to be together. So that is how we are discipling our children. We are not delegating that role to the state or the education system. Yes, there's obviously good value on that, but we as parents have a role, and we as parents and we as citizens in our neighborhoods have a role in our neighborhoods. It's not the state's role. It's not somebody who's paid to do it role. It is our. Think about your neighborhood is like if you've got a mortgage or a house. It's the same sense of stewardship over it. Think of the trees and the birds and the bushes. Same sense of ownership over it. I think home ownership is highly elevated, and understandably so. Roof over our head, that's good thing to have. But we need to have a bigger vision for what we are called to care for and look after. And that is at the heart of wholeness. It's not compartmentalizing our life. It is being integrated and rooted. And even if that's hard and difficult and complex, that is the journey we are on as the Journey community.